Hello, everybody. Whether deliberate or unconscious, bias makes it difficult for women to move ahead. Knowing that bias exists isn't enough. Action is needed to level the playing field. Imagine a gender equal world, a world free of bias, stereotypes, and discrimination, a world that is diverse, equitable, and inclusive. A world where difference is valued and celebrated. Together, we can forge women's equality. Collectively, we can all break the bias. My name is Smita, a global business executive, a partner, a daughter, and a loyal friend, as my friends will call me. I have lived in many countries, continents, traveled far and wide, and my experiences have shaped me who I am today. For International Women's Day this year, I'm producing a short series of videos with amazing executives and leaders from around the world. I hope you enjoy them and continue to break the bias in your own ways. Hello, everybody. Today we have the wonderful Daniela Binatti from Sao Paulo in Brazil. And we have a very interesting story how we connected digitally, in the world of sort of digital interactions. So welcome, Daniela, on this video series. Do you want to share a little bit about how we met?
Sure, awesome. Thank you so much for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be talking to you here. Yeah, it was an amazing connection we had actually at the beginning of the pandemic. During the pandemic, we were in a very interesting moment at the company, like looking to expand abroad from Brazil. And then I got your message and it was amazing. Like just have the opportunity to talk to you, to know a little bit more about your amazing career and your family. It was awesome. It was really great to meet you.
Amazing. So a little bit about Daniela. She is the co-founder and chief technology officer at Pismo, has over 25 years of experience in information technology and financial services. She co-founded Pismo in 2016 to create an advanced platform for payment processing and banking. As CTO, she leads product development and management of Pismo's cloud computing infrastructure. Daniela strives to create an equal working environment and seeks to encourage other women to evolve as technology professionals. At the beginning of 2016, within 1 year when she began working with one of the biggest banks in Brazil, and last year, 2021, she's completed $108 million Series B funding round. Wow. That is just amazing, Daniela. And I think I've always been such a big fan of yours. You're so inspirational and insightful. Would you mind sharing how your journey as a founder and globally renowned woman in fintech has been?
Yeah, it's been an amazing journey. Actually, my career was not planned to become an entrepreneur. Actually, I come from a very modest family, and I was like, my education was to work in a bank, to have a good job. So I had to overcome many obstacles to make the decision to found the company back in 16. And it was amazing because I had the opportunity to work with like my co-founders for more than 16 years, and we built another payments processing company here in Brazil. And there was a huge opportunity to do something different. And I mean, not only different in terms of technology, but also in terms of culture, in terms of how we focus on our team. So it's been an amazing journey, not only be able to overcome my own limits, but also be able to create a space where people can be themselves and make your culture focus on the individual.
Wow, amazing. I've been observing how Pismo has grown leaps and bounds in the last 2 years from the last time we spoke. And now you have an international office, you're expanding globally. How does it feel, in the midst of, a pandemic to take this company so big, so large and exponentially expand? I mean, how did you do it?
I used to say that it's a roller coaster. Back in March 2020, when they put everybody working from home, we were a 40 people company. Now we are more than 300. We have offices in Bristol and Singapore. We have a whole team working in the United States. And it's awesome because when you found a company, it's like the company is like your kid. You are taking care of each piece, not only of the business, but also the people all the time. And we were the founders, we were very close to the team. So it's insane to think that 2 years ago, we were in one room together with engineers building the company. And now I barely met in person 10% of the company, maybe 15% of the company. So it's a daily challenge to like make everybody working under the same principles, under the same culture, spreading the culture all over. Not only, firstly, we're far beyond Sao Paulo and now in many different countries. So it's amazing.
Yeah. One of the things I love about, your leadership team as well as Pismo is how globally and culturally diverse it is. And I remember first time when we spoke, cultural diversity was equally important for you in as sort of you expand. I would love to hear from you as sort of a leading woman in STEM and with all that you've been pioneering. What is Pismo doing differently as a business, and how do you as the leadership team ensure that unconscious bias education and training is sort of formally adopted and adapted across the business as you grow?
Yeah, this is something that we are really worried about all the time. We are 4 people at the founding team, two women and 2 men. So, and also at the C level, we have 50% of women. So this is something that helps a lot to spread the message. So not only the founding team, we are 2 women, but also the C level. And then we are spreading the message and teaching the way that people have to treat their colleagues. And we have, we built a team for D&I, like to guarantee that you are teaching people, training people to like, to think about unconscious bias. We have been running research internally and to understand how people feeling. So this is something that we are looking all the time, and not only in this sense. And I think like having the founders, and I personally try to spread the word to especially to act like a role model for other people, to encourage women to change careers, to think about like doing their best and also looking for more. So we are building a way to receive those people and guarantee that we are not making bad decisions, and including everyone.
Wow, that's incredible, and sort of continue to co-mentor your peer group and the C-suite sort of community. Daniela, this year's theme is break the bias. Would love to hear from you that how do you personally, keep sort of breaking the barriers and break the bias, in your own life, professionally and personally, and how do you encourage people around you to break the biases as well?
I think this is a huge challenge, and there are lots still to be done in the companies, and so we have to work as leaders to with male counterparts to work in a way to have a different look at people, and like just allow women to sit at the table and help kind of them to step up. But I also think that there are lots of challenges to overcome in our own minds. So we as women, we don't know, we always think that we are not good enough. We don't think we are able to do things like that. So it's been the whole process of launching Pismo, it's been a huge challenge for me personally. And I think, like, of course, as I said, there are lots of do at the companies and to other counterparts, but think about self-awareness is everything. Just understand what kind of thing we are not allowing us to do. So I think it's really important to look to ourselves and understand that we can do that. We are able to sit at that table. We are able to do things. It's one of the most important things that women should do for themselves.
Yeah. You talked about self-awareness, and I always have this thought or sort of quote in my mind when I'm talking to my mentees and coaching people, is that we are unstoppably magnetic when we are unapologetically ourselves. And this is something just fits so true with your ethos and the way you have evolved in your personal and professional life, Daniela. One last question from you, in terms of what is one advice you would like to give to CEOs and founders of growth businesses as they continue to transform the organization culture? How do they build an inclusive and sort of open organization culture?
I think not only it's important to bring women and to bring other cultures to the table, but also it's important because there are a lot of unconscious things that we ourselves are making some mistakes all the time. So I think it's important to have a team dedicated to looking at it and have like candid conversations about it. Be open to listen to those people. I used to meet our DE&I team internally so they can give me and my founders feedback about things we've been doing, maybe things that we are just not seeing. So it's really important to bring those people to the table to help us in this transformation. Otherwise, it's really difficult to focus on the time and to be worried about the business, about the company, about the team. So build a safe space internally for people so they can look and have candid conversations and be open to learn from them.
Incredible, Daniela. Building a safe place where people feel valued and their ideas, their thinking has an equal opportunity to be able to be voiced. Wow, Daniela, it has been such a wonderful pleasure to have you in this video series today and all the insights you shared with us. I wish you and your team all the very best in your growth journey and hope to see more and more accomplishments and feathers in your hat in the coming months and years.
Awesome. Thanks so much for inviting me. It's a pleasure to talk to you every time.